is Angela from the website naturallivingalchemy.ca. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you a tea formulation that is a relaxing nervine and carminative herb blend that is going to help you with tummy aches or just reducing overall feelings of tension. So one place that I first noticed tension is in my digestive system. And these type of symptoms could include butterflies in the stomach, but like not the kind you get when you're falling in love. Maybe you feel tightness, cramping, or just knots in your stomach. Overall feelings of anxiety or just nervousness, nausea, or increased urination or bowel movements. But what about yourself? Where do you first notice tension in your body? What kind of things do you experience? Now, we could go over all of the potential causes for a nervous stomach, but you most likely know what causes this for yourself. But what can we do? What are things that we can do to help address when we have a nervous stomach? Things that you might want to just consider avoiding if you're having some nervous stomach symptoms would be avoiding caffeine, including coffee or energy drinks. You would want to avoid excessive sugar and just be cautious of those sneaky sugars and artificial sweeteners that are found in so many of our products today. You'd want to consider avoiding alcohol or refined carbs, processed foods, and fried foods. None of those are actually going to be that beneficial in helping you with a nervous stomach. Now, on the flip side, those are what we could avoid. What can you do? What are some things that you could do when you're experiencing a nervous stomach? Well, you could do breath work or practice mindfulness or different meditation, right? Maybe burning your favorite herbal incense or using an essential oil diffuser. Or how about if you're finding yourself having a little bit of a nervous reaction within your system, what can you do to just make space to relax? Maybe a bubble bath in mind, right? A good book, okay? Or finally, you could lean on some plant allies like those found in our tea blend today. So I did do a video recently that I'll link in the description box that does go over more information regarding the nervous system. So you can just feel free to check that out. And while you're down in that description box, you're also going to find a link to the full written blog article that accompanies this video, as well as where you can just get some of these things for yourself and you can make this tea blend at home. Now, before I get into the talking about our plant allies, I just need you to know I'm not a doctor. None of what is on this channel is considered medical advice. It is here for entertainment and educational purposes only. Always be sure to consult your healthcare practitioner and professionals before following any of my advice. What are the plant allies we are going to be using today? Our first one, chamomile or Matricaria reticulata. Okay. I feel that didn't come out right. We're just going to go with it. I am trying very hard to include the Latin names of the plants in these videos while simultaneously struggling to read them. So just please be gentle if you're finding I am mispronouncing some of these words. Okay. Anyway, let's get into our primary actions of concern. Sorry, now, let's get into our primary actions of concern. Sorry, our furnace just went on and a little bit of dog hair that I forgot to sweep up kind of flew into the air and, if we're being honest, scared me. So anyway, our actions of concern are taste. The taste for chamomile, milder infusions are sweet. Stronger infusions tend to be a little bit more on the bitter side. The actions that we are concerned with, these are not all of the actions chamomile can do, just the ones we're worried about today. She works as a nervine sedative, just relaxing that nervous system. Works as a spasmolytic, having a relaxing effect on the smooth muscles of your entire body. As carminative actions, which is just going to help dispel excessive gas or wind from the system. Chamomile works as an inflammation modulator, just helping keep the body's natural inflammatory response just in check. Okay, and chamomile does that just by cooling excessive heat within the system. And lastly, Chamomile has antimicrobial properties, and this is due to the essential oil content. And we can find those properties when we take it internally and when we use it externally as well. Energetically, chamomile is cooling, drying, and relaxing. Some contraindications about when you would want to avoid chamomile is if you are using central nervous system depressants like opiates, alcohol, or antidepressants. Okay. That's why you're going to want to talk to your healthcare practitioners, professionals, make sure these are allies that you are going to be able to safely use for yourself. And lastly, you would want to avoid taking it if you are on any anticoagulant medications or if you are having an allergy to the aster family of plants. The ruling planet is Venus, and the ruling element is the air. Our next plant ally that is going in our formulation today is catnip or Nepeta cataria. Now, the taste of catnip is astringent and bitter. Now, keep in mind, astringent, not so much a taste, but a sensation, but it is an important one. So you'll notice if you take any astringents like herbs in your body, your mouth starts to like pucker, okay, tighten up. That's just showing you what it's going to do within your system. All right. So the actions that we are concerned with for catnip today is she also works as an antimicrobial due to the essential oil content. She's a carminative, aiding in digestion, soothing gas, and relieving constipation. Works as a spasmolytic, addressing the smooth muscles of the body. Keep in mind, it is our organs that are surrounded by these smooth muscles. Catnip also works as a nervine relaxant in adults, helping to calm and center ourselves. And it is used as a sedative if a child takes it. Okay. So energetically, catnip is drying, cooling, and relaxing. Contraindications is catnip works as an emmenagogue and can stimulate menses and therefore should be avoided in pregnancy. The ruling planet is Mercury and the ruling element is the air. Our final herb that we're going to be using today is peppermint or Mentha piperita. So our taste is aromatic and pungent. Our actions works as a relaxant, carminative, spasmolytic, and a mild nervine. Energetically, peppermint is cooling, drying, and relaxing. Now, it is contraindicated in early pregnancy due to those emmenagogue effects it has as well. And if you have persistent acid reflux or you are experiencing GERD, all right? The ruling planet is Mercury and the ruling element is the air. So to put all of this together, what you're going to do is you're going to need to figure out how much you want to make, okay? And then you're going to get the appropriate sized glass jar or plastic, whatever jar you have that you're going to use. And you're going to put in 3 parts of chamomile. Now, before I started recording this, I did go and just kind of grind some of these up so they were closer to the same size. All right. So we're going to do 3 parts chamomile. Actually, let's turn our kettle on because I'm going to make myself a cup of this. Because truth be told, feeling a little nervous. I got a big day today. So figured a cup of this tea would definitely help me out. So we have our 3 parts chamomile, 2 parts catnip, okay? And 1 part of peppermint. And then we're just going to stir those up. Now, the parts that I used they were all tablespoons, but again, you could do it in any size. Maybe the parts that you used were just teaspoons or quarter cups, full cups, however much that you wanted to make. So once everything is just nicely mixed together, we are just going to take our little tea infuser basket. The dosage for this is going to be, depending on how strong you want to make it, 1 to 3 teaspoons. Okay. Stronger you make it, the stronger the medicinal effects will be. So we're going to just fill this little basket up. So we'll just put our boiling water into our teacup. Put that in there. We're going to let that infuse for 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're just going to enjoy it. So, you want to drink this 1 cup as needed for any digestive complaints or any associated stress that you may be experiencing. So, why don't you comment down below and let me know what type of infusions you like to prepare for yourself? Maybe when you have something you're looking forward to or avoiding that's causing you some digestive upset. Okay. So, why don't you make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed this video? Maybe share it with somebody who would enjoy learning how to make their own tea blend for tense stomachs or nervousness. All right. And consider subscribing to the channel so that we don't miss future videos and spending time together. And I do really just want to thank you for watching this video, for spending time, especially if you've made it to the end. And I just want to say thank you and may you find peace wherever you are.